Kev coming to you from the Bloom office here. Russ and I are together, and we're bringing you another episode of BloomTube. And one of the things that was running through my head this week was how thankful I am for all the people that participate in our Sunday morning worship services to ensure that they are happening. We're very grateful for Carlos and what he does to get there early and begin this and do the setup process. We are in the need for another person to be helping with that setup, and so it is important for us just to generally keep in mind that it's helpful for folks to help stack chairs or see what they can do to help Carlos in the takedown process. So I hope to remember next week to actually make that announcement. But if we can just get the general word out there that until we get another person, it's not as crucial because we're not setting up the hospitality area, but it is important that we don't just walk away and leave everything to Carlos. So he's a very faithful guy, and he works really hard, and we very much appreciate his faithfulness to us, and we've been faithful to him, and he also appreciates it when we pitch in a little bit, like we've done many times in the past when we've had this kind of change or interruption in the setup staffing. So right now we are looking for someone, as I understand it, to basically be the second person on that team, and we'll certainly, as we know more details, keep that forwarded to you. The situation I wanted to do, though, without getting so focused on that, was to be thankful for all the people who are liturgists and readers, and the people who bring flowers and make it a really good worship service, a congregational worship service, a service where many of us participate, including myself and including our musicians. And we're really grateful for Ken Forney and his leadership in that area, and we're grateful for all the musicians that bring us that beauty, and the folks that are getting up and singing from the kind of old-fashioned microphone there in the online, so you can see it in the online service. The whole reason for that is because it's very difficult for online folks, as those of you who are online know, to hear the congregation responses or the congregation singing. So we instituted a situation last week where two people get up and sing on the responses, but we're also grateful for that little mini ensemble, mini choir ensemble, mini Bloomtones ensemble that is helping out by singing the hymns by standing around that microphone. We're grateful for the readers and the liturgists and the flower sign-ups, the ushers, and that sort of thing. Mike Kreiser is our head usher, and if you'd like to help out with ushering, you can always let us know here in the office or talk to Mike on a Sunday morning and say you're interested in volunteering if there's need for somebody in that realm. Where we do need people every week is in the readers and liturgists and the flowers. Flowers on our worship center, as it says, are symbolic of the risen Christ, and typically given for the glory of God, recognizing God's creation. And there's a possibility for somebody to just give them. Somebody can also give them in memory of a loved one or in honor of a special occasion, in recognition of one thing or another. It's great to have that sort of endorsement. I grew up knowing that flowers for a worship center are to be cut flowers all year long with poinsettias as a possibility of a planted flower, or a Easter lilies on Easter, poinsettias at Christmas, but that the cut flowers are symbolic of the beauty of Christ's ministry, and living flowers for the living risen one. And that's an important aspect of that. We're grateful for whatever people bring. One of the things that Bloom here is that it's the congregation sharing. It's, I grew up in a church where it was the exact same arrangement, in the two vases that a florist did every single week. I'm thrilled that we don't have the exact same arrangement, but that we have the reflection of the people of what they want, and that's just a beautiful thing. I also know that from the readers and the liturgists and so forth, we have, every Sunday morning we have this book, this binder that is there on, I'm trying to get it here so Russ can see it and that you can see it. But, it's the sign-up binder for Sunday morning. Now, Linda Toland has been the person that has been kind of overseeing this. There are places to sign up for the flowers, for the then the note and description of maybe what somebody is doing, the liturgist, the Hebrew scripture reading, the gospel reading, and then prayer of dedication is typically now taken care of by the, it's assigned by Linda, and it's typically one or the other, whoever is reading, but that's how that is, leading our prayer of dedication in these kinds of times. One of the things I do want to say is that we have continually looked at trying to make sure is that our liturgists on Sunday morning reflect the diversity of our congregation. So we really do appreciate the women who step up to read, and I know that because of the makeup of our congregation, there are folks that do this on a much more regular basis, and I have to tell you, we are so grateful for people that will do that. And, if this is something you would like to do, please feel free to talk to Linda and she can orient you, or you can call the office here and Bill can forward your information to Linda and she can follow up with you. In these matters, for the time being, we're still continuing in the same way as we have been doing. Now that we're back in person, it makes it be that, it does mean that somebody needs to be there present. We don't have the technological sophistication yet to be able to patch someone in, like from a remote location, to have that person be both in the room as well as online. So it does mean that somebody does need to be in the room with us, and we really appreciate that. So we know that that's there. But the signing up for flowers and for reading and for liturgists is a really wonderful way in which we worship God together. We gather as a congregational church, and we continue to share the good news of God's love and good works in the world. So we hope you'll be with us this week on Sunday morning, online community through Facebook Live or in a replay on YouTube. We also hope that you will be able to join us on Sunday morning at the Demuth Community Center, and know that we continue our masking policy, and that we have been really grateful for the way in which folks have cooperated and connected with us in that way in these days relating to the stage of the pandemic that we're in, that has some sort of unfortunate lengthening, but we do hope that the light is at the end of that tunnel. But we will continue to do what we need to do based upon local health requirements and whatever is most safe for our congregation. Hope you can be with us on Sunday, online or in person. Be with us and in spirit, no matter what. And we hope that in the meantime, you'll always just please keep us in your prayers.